How is it, mate?
This is behind the scenes stuff. This is, man. this is if you buy the whole series, you get behind the scenes funny stuff.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, bloody beautiful. Look,
Mullet.
it's a massive big mullet.
I'm going over for a swim.
Yeah, just let know. I've been filming this. I mean, so don't go in the water. I'm always careful around the water. I'm sorry, but the difference is, if we've been at this system now for like what, 3-4 days.
Yeah.
So you would not get here day one and go and jump in the water. What Nate's going to do now.
And like we say, and it says it at the start of our episode, don't do anything that we do, but we have been keeping an eye on it here at night, looking for eyes. During the day, looking around for slides. That's a big indicator, looking for slides on the banks.
And talking to Wally.
And talking to Wally, local knowledge, you can't beat it.
And down I go.
But yeah, polarised sunnies. I'm crossing in a safe spot.
So I get the first aid kit ready?
Yeah, grab those bandages, mate. Tell you what, my arsehole shriveled up then. Alright, well, we've just arrived back at our main camp where the Land Cruisers are, and from a huge mission in the tinny down to the coast. And we've arrived back after having no food or running out of water and that down there to this full power station, and the fridge running. The batteries on the battery monitor are killing it at 97%, and I've got the inverter running and everything. So I'm inspired to do a bit of a rig review on top of the last one, because the last one I said it'd be like a progressive rig review, and as I add things I want to show you guys and get your feedback. So let's start with the electrics. The boys at Battery World Noosa have come to the party in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and they've just worked miracles, and they're just the nicest. I had a chat with you guys about sponsors the other day, and we're not going to push anything on you guys, so be aware of that with sponsorships and products, like product placement and that on our show. We're only putting stuff on the show that we like and that we've used for years, and if we're trialing a new product, like these boxes for example, Expedition 1, 3, 4, if we're trialing it, we're just going to give you our honest feedback on them. But yeah, so Battery World Noosa have jumped on board, and they're two of the nicest guys honestly I've ever met. They just want to help, they love our show, and it's been really exciting working with them. And in the short time frame that they had, they've kitted us out with a 2000 watt Enerdrive inverter. So we've got a full power station here. I can charge the laptop, charge the phones, charge whatever I want on there. It's a big one. And then all the 12 volt plugs here, so we can charge GoPro batteries and all that. The Enerdrive battery monitor here, so I can cycle through all our batteries. And what else have we got here? I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's drawing 4 amps at the moment because the fridge is running and the inverter's running. And then the solar panel up on the roof, which is another Enerdrive product. I think it's a 160 watt Enerdrive solar panel. As it's pumping power in, the Enerdrive battery monitor tells us how much amp or how much power is coming in amps. So it's just to be out here in the bush and know where all your battery, where your power's at, because like we just did that trip for, I think it was an overnight. Yeah, it was like 24 hours or so down on the coast, just in the tinny, and I hadn't charged the battery in the tinny, so we just loaded up with GoPro batteries and drone batteries, and we used all of it. We were dead flat coming home. We had to use the iPhone to film, and then come back here and you got this big power station to charge everything on. It's amazing. Alright, the second thing is the canopy. Since I saw you guys last with the last rig review, I mean the canopy I want's about 20 grand for a trainer canopy, so trying to be realistic and not throw too much money at the ute for now. Dan actually had this frame, this steel tube frame, and it was from his single cab years ago, so I basically cut it, chopped it, welded it back together, gave it a quick paint, and then we had this canvas canopy made up, which is amazing, by Cutting Edge Canvas in Palmwoods, Queensland. And he also did a cover for the boat, which is the same, matching. What's Dan got to say?
Did you want to just give a shout out to your sponsor for the canopy, mate?
I don't. We sponsored. Oh, you the sponsor?
Yeah, I
This
gave
guy.
him the frame off my old ute.
I just told him.
Oh, God. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Keep on your way. Keep going.
All right, and then the draw unit. So I made the draw unit just in the last week or two before we came up, and it's going all right. It's just a light frame, carpeted draw system. So I need dividers in here, but I just ran out of time. But yeah, basically all our everyday items are in the drawer here, and then there's a big 120 amp battery, I think it is, under this, and then we've got 110 in the auxiliary under the bonnet, and then the starting battery as well, so heaps of power. The boys at Noosa Offroad have fitted us out with a Rhino rack platform, which again, last minute, those guys are amazing. Nath at Noosa Offroad pulled some strings because of COVID. There's no products available. He knew we were coming up here. He wanted to help us out, so I don't know what he did. He works the magic to find us a rack. And hang on, I'll go back to the electrics in the back. So we've got a drawer, fridge slide here, and then inside the fridge slide is just a table that comes right out. The fridge obviously comes right out as well. What else? That's about it. It's a pretty basic setup. I only did the one side for now, and because it's still not completely waterproof or dustproof, but it's actually pretty good. This is kind of behind the scenes, by the way. We are in Cape York, Queensland, filming season 3, and we just had a kick-ass little adventure down to the coast, and I just wanted to, we're back at camp just chilling out in the heat of the day, and we'll go on another adventure this afternoon, and I thought I'd show you guys around the ute. Boxes in the back, these are just the standard grey boxes. They're so good for storage, and I've bolted them down through the floor so they don't move around. I've got one on this side as well. I've just been doing some maintenance, so the tools are out. Spare tyres bolted in there. But this canvas canopy, so good. I love it. Cost me maybe, because Dan supplied the frame, it only costs like $1,500 or something compared to $2,000. Alright, what's next? We got Max Tracks on the side. I've always had those. Noosa Offroad fitted us out with the GME XRS Connect. Now this thing is a bit of a game changer with like off-road communication, and to be honest, I haven't worked it all out, and to be real honest, I'm quite simple. I just need a few channels that I can talk to Dan. That's basically what I need. But it does have Bluetooth connectivity, so you can basically connect to, if your phone has the app, I think you can connect to your phone, and then if you've got a party of people and you're all on the same channel, you're all connected together, they can then be out of service wherever and have the app on their phone, and using the GPS receiver in their phone, they can then see where you are. So you guys can split up on a huge, thousands of hectare property like we're on right now. And like, for example, if Dan had it all connected, I'd be able to see on my phone where he is. So that's very handy. The best thing for me, now this is simple, is, how am I going to get in here to show you? Is this, watch this. It's magnetic, so good. That's a game changer to me. Simple things, eh? And the screen. So, what is this called? OLED or something? OLED. Basically, with polarized sunnies like my Mako's, any light, you can see the screen really well. Not like the old school ones where you got to take your sunnies off and to deal with it. And the spotties. Again, Noosa Offroad, thank you. Here they are here, Noosa Offroad. The boys at Noosa Offroad fit us out with a GME aerial, which Dan's going to tell you all about. DBI. I know nothing about this stuff.
Yeah, so it's 2.1. Is it 2.1?
2.1 DBI.
Yeah. So look, this is how I've been explained how DBI works on the range of an aerial. It's something like this. A 2.1 is really good for hills when you're really hilly country like the high country, or anywhere Atherton Table and something like that. So when you're working with a 2.1, it's almost like looking, say if you explain it this way, it's like looking with your own natural eyes. So you can see peripheral out to here, and in front of you, but you can't actually see like a long distance. So that's what a 2.1 dBi will do. If you run, say, like a 6 dBi, it's like looking through a set of binoculars. So you don't have a massive peripheral vision like that, but you'll have a huge amount of long distance. So if you're on the hay plains or Nullarbor, you'll be able to contact someone like in a massive straight run. So if anyone can explain it different, or if I'm wrong, but that's how I was always explained how DBI
That's
works.
it, guys. Yeah, jump on the comments below and let us know.
I'm sure there's people that do these aerials and know them inside out, but that's, you know, as far as much as I.
I probably should ask the boys at Noosa Offroad, but I just loved this aerial he fitted. But Dan and I found, just on this trip talking, we actually didn't measure it, but it was probably a couple of kilometres.
K&a-half, 2Ks tops.
But that was through some pretty hilly country on the way up here that we were dropping out. So
not sure, and you're running 2.1. I think I got a 4.5, which is more of a general aerial, like for all round. So
so that's the GME, and then the spotties. Boys have kitted us out with Steady spotties. These are the Steady. Ooh, testing me here. Steady X Pros they are, and they're amazing, to be honest. I'd never had Steady before. I asked a lot of you guys in the last rig review what you'd recommend, and I've had Light Force. Dan's running Light Force, and that's the beauty of Noosa Offroad. They're not going to sell you whatever product they're getting cheap, or they get the best deal on. You can ask them to order in whatever you want, and they sell Light Force. They sell Steady, and we wanted to try the Steady, so we've gone ahead and we've got these. Now you can see inside, I haven't worked this out yet, but I'm pretty sure these middle, what do we got, 4, 5, 6, 7 LEDs a spot, and it does shoot a good spot up the road, and all the outside LEDs here are flood, and I'm impressed. We've driven at night on this trip and they've been really good, so yeah, I'd recommend them. And longevity, I'm not sure yet, I'll let you guys know, but I run the covers during the day. And apparently this glass is really hardy. There's some kind of technology there, but I don't know. We'll let you know. That's about it. I think that's about all that's changed on the 79.
Looks pretty sweet, eh?
It does, it's getting there.
Looks nice.
I'm so happy with it.
But if you pan across this way, it's not all about looks.
It's all about
functionability. I go for function. But, I mean, yours is functional, but it just looks nice.
Yeah.
It's just.
This thing's rigged. This is where it all started. Me and Dan in this 79 single cab. And it's a beauty.
Yeah, I mean, hell, it's simple. I've got a fridge, I've got a light, fridge has beer, and I've got a shower. I'll give you a review on that in like 20 years time and it'll be exactly the same. But no, it's all good.
But it's got things that I'm missing, like the canopy at night, and this LED light pumps out so much light.
They're crackers, eh?
And it's not super bright because it's diffused. So we got light, we got heaps of storage in there. Dan's just swapped the tray out and so it's got these big boxes on either side, so heaps of storage.
It does look like I'm running a Telstra truck here, but functionality again. Like that's why I go. I'm not for looks at all. I just want it to be practical.
But that's the thing, guys. You might, Dan's saying that, but the next series you might be running the big black truck, fully wrapped.
That's true.
But you never know. Yeah. This is why this is fun, because you guys are seeing a work in progress and watching us grow. So yeah, we still run the same gas cooker as you guys too. There's nothing wrong with them. All right, that's about it, guys. Just thought of something I completely forgot. The boys at Battery World Noosa didn't just give us an inverter and a solar panel. They've kitted us out with a whole Enerdrive system. And it's all behind the back seat, that's why I forgot to show you. It is eventually going to be behind the canopy, or in the canopy once we go to a hard canopy. But behind the seat here is, we've got the 40 amp plus DC to DC Enerdrive battery charger. So all the solar coming through from the roof. I've also got an Anderson plug on the bull bar, so I can add in extra solar panels if we're getting really low. Or if you've parked in the shade and you want to run an extension out to a solar panel out in the sun. It all comes down, and the alternator, it all comes through this unit here, and then that decides where to throw the power. I wouldn't do it any other way. Now, I've had Red Arc in the past. I've actually still got a Red Arc unit at home. But it doesn't go, so if you've got a Red Arc, I think they're, what are they called? BC to DC? BC DC. I think it's a 40, my one. but that's 40 max. So you can have 50 solar panels throwing power into the charger, and it will only spit back out 40. You can only handle 40, whereas this thing's 40 plus. So if you really need to pump a lot of power into your batteries, this is the one to go with. So this one's Enerdrive, and that's why we've chosen it. Battery World Noosa again, just like I said about Noosa Offroad. Battery World will sell Red Arc, they do sell Enerdrive, and you can make your choice what you want, but we had a good long chat about it, me and the boys there, and we decided to go with Enerdrive. I took their advice because they're the experts. We've also got the this back seat's a bit of a pain in the ass. I'll have to do a proper review on this later, but there's also the 240 volt charger there. Now, so when if I pull up at the station up the road here, or a caravan park, God forbid, where you can plug into power, or like when I get home, plug it in 240 volt power and it just charges everything, brings everything back to life. And then I've also got just a fuse board here with fuses. So everything, this is like the power station. So everything comes into here and then is fed out from here, and it's fed out through fuses. So if you have anything wrong on the ute, you can come back to here and check those fuses, and they're simple to replace. And then all your appliances, everything's safe. So that's about it. Loving it so far. It was so good today to get back from a proper mission and everything's flat in the boat, and get back here and everything on the ute is charged and running. Like the fridge is on -10 because it's a freezer fridge. The freezer's on -10, I should say. And the battery was still at like 13.4 volts or something. And be able to plug all our gear in that's flat and charge it all in a matter of an hour. We've got drones going, we've got GoPro batteries, we've got the phone, everything's being charged. Also, I'm going to charge with that inverter. This is the cool part. I'm going to plug the battery charger. I've got a little 5 amp, I think it is, battery charger, and I'm going to plug it into the inverter and charge the boat battery. So then on our next tinny mission, or tinny adventure, we'll be able to charge GoPro batteries like we did in the Wenlock on that in our first series. So yeah, exciting stuff, getting set up properly. Thanks Battery World Noosa. Love your work, guys. Nigel and Paul, you're bloody legends.